Dance as if your ancestors are watching. Have any of you in Vancouver seen this sign? I actually thought that I imagined it because every time I would get a ride from Vancouver into another kind of suburb of around the area, I would end up passing this big sign with some sort of animal on it, and I could only see it at an angle, and it was on the side of a building. And we would drive past really quickly, and I could see the words dance as if, and then I thought it would say something like, as if nobody's watching or that kind of thing. And then I realized that somewhere in there was the word ancestors. And like I said, we were not stopping. It was really a quick ride every time. And I was like, I think I want to hear that. So am I making this up? Like I didn't even know where this sign exactly existed. I kind of had a rough idea of which streets it would be around. But I was never on foot. I was never like, in an area where I would explore it. And I kind of forgot about it and just left it alone. One day I had a medical appointment in that area, and as I was walking afterwards, I was just kind of needing to be, finding some food, taking a break, whatever, waiting for my ride home. And I was like, why do these paintings and things on these buildings look so familiar? And then it kind of hit me. I was like, oh, this is the area where I kept thinking that I saw this sign. But again, I don't know exactly which corner. I don't even know if it still exists. And I just kept moving. Like I kept going further and further away from where I was, and walking slowly too, because I'm still having difficulty doing that. But something kept pulling me, and I was like, if this sign actually exists, I think it's somewhere around here. Is it? Maybe? I'm not sure. And then I thought, no, I think I'm just making it up. Or if it did ever exist, that means that it was temporary. Like maybe it's not there anymore. And what ended up happening was that I just couldn't stop going. Like even though I was having difficulty walking and stuff, I just, something kept pulling me and pulling me. And finally I saw this huge sign on this building. And the sign actually said, dance as if the ancestors are watching. And it was like a native Indian kind of symbol, an animal on the sign. I think was it a lion? I have a picture. I have some pictures of it, because you can imagine, like, after me thinking, did I create this in my head? Does it really exist? Is it even there anymore? Where exactly is it? As I got closer and closer and I saw it, I was just like, I just wanted to stay there in this moment. And I actually wanted to like sit down and just take it in, like sit down on the sidewalk across the street from it and see it in big, like right in front of me in person, that it really exists, and just take it in, because there was something very spiritual about it. I never looked into what it was referring to, if that building in particular has something to do with it. I never looked into if there's something on the internet specifically with that symbol or that message in that area of Vancouver. I just took it in the way that I wanted to take it in. And for me, the ancestors, when it translated that way, like when I saw that it was like dance as if the ancestors are watching, like it was really powerful. But I figured that it was specifically more geared towards like a native Indian culture and those ancestors, which is fabulous. Like, that they're very spiritual, and we can learn a lot from that culture, but I don't know anything specifically about it. So something really spoke to me about the way I had created it in my head, which was dance as if your ancestors are watching. I don't know, for some reason it made it more personal for me that way, and whoever gets that message, like, they could be, taking it in as if it's their history, their personal angels watching out for them, their family members who have passed on, who hopefully are watching over them. And I just love this idea. Instead of dance as if nobody's watching, what if people are watching, and they're people that existed long before us, but are a part of us, are part of our bloodline, and they fought for so many things in their life, and there were probably things that they achieved to help us. I mean, we're here because of those ancestors, but there might have been things that they couldn't achieve, and they're so in awe that we are carrying on that fight or that joy or that dance. Like, maybe some of them weren't able to dance the way that they wanted to. In my last video, I was talking about how some people historically, like, associate dance with a lower class, and even in history there are a lot of stories of how different dances, even ballet, belly dance, tango, were connected to, like, brothels and sexual practices, and just like enticing other people in and making money, and for more like sensual, sexual kind of things, rather than celebration, or rather than being able to be free in your body movement, and to get in touch with your body and your intuition, and that you have this vessel that you came here with. Like, maybe some of these ancestors weren't allowed to do this. Maybe some of them were, and then after they left, they watched other generations not being able to do this. Like, there could be so many things why the ancestors are, like, why it's such a beautiful thing that ancestors could be watching us dance, and how that makes us hopefully want to dance with more emotion, with more expression, with more freedom, with really appreciating that we can move in our body, and that we have all these new dances or old dances that we're adding new flavors to, and the ancestors are watching. Like, when I think of it that way, I just think about anybody that has more of a right to, like, express artistically, whether it's through dance or writing or music or drama, whatever it is. Like, if your ancestors are watching you be so free and expressive, and liberate what maybe they weren't able to liberate yet, or carry on their strength and the gifts that they brought to us, and they obviously, hopefully, I should say, hope that we get to benefit from that. We get to benefit from what they built for us, and to dance as if they're watching, to celebrate. Thank you, ancestors, for bringing me here. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for trying to fight for newer things, and I'm sorry if you didn't get to do those things or dance those dances in the way that you wanted to, but now I'm going to carry that on. The baton is being passed on, and dance as if the ancestors are watching. I really feel like I was led to that message. Like, it was really weird that I had this appointment in that area, because I don't usually go there. It was a random kind of weird appointment. Anyway, I was only there 2 different times on 2 very widespread different occasions. But the second one, I found that sign, and it really existed. And I wasn't hallucinating and making up in my head. And I loved the energy of it. I loved the message of it. I love how much empowerment it gave me and is still giving me. And I wanted to pass that message on to you. Dance as if the ancestors are watching. Dance as if your ancestors are watching. And if any of you know which sign I'm talking about or know anything about it, please let me know. I don't know if I want to link, like put the photo in here, but maybe I will post it on my Dance Me Free Facebook page so you can all see it. But thanks for listening, and thank you to whoever created that sign and that message. I think it is really needed right now.